What if I told you that Canada's trade negotiations with the US are more about political posturing than economic strategy? Let me break this down. Picture this: the Conservative Party leader, Pierre Poilievre, is basically writing a letter to the Prime Minister saying, "Hey, don't roll over for Trump." And honestly, I think this is a reflection of a deeper tension in Canadian politics right now. You see, Poilievre isn't just pushing back against Trump's demands, he's also indirectly criticizing the current government for being too accommodating. Personally, I think this is a masterclass in using trade policy as a political weapon. It's not just about tariffs or taxes, it's about sending a message to voters that the government lacks backbone. What makes this really interesting is how it ties into the broader narrative of national sovereignty. Canadians are tired of feeling like pawns in a game between two superpowers, and Poilievre is banking on that sentiment. Now, let's talk about the specifics. The US is threatening a 50% tariff on Canadian goods, and Ottawa is allegedly discussing concessions in return for partial relief. But here's the kicker: the US is focused on Canada's supply management system for dairy. Trump's been screaming about it for years, and honestly, I think he's using it as a bargaining chip to push for other concessions. What many people don't realize is that supply management isn't just about protecting dairy farmers, it's a symbol of Canada's ability to resist external pressure. Carney's stance on this is fascinating because it shows a rare alignment between the government and industry groups. But wait, the dairy farmers of Canada are already frustrated. They've made concessions before, only to face new demands. This feels like a never-ending cycle of give and take, and I'm starting to wonder if Canada's approach is sustainable. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about trade, it's about identity. Are we willing to compromise our systems for short-term gains, or do we stand firm even if it means higher tariffs? This raises a deeper question: what happens when a country's economy becomes a chessboard for international politics? One thing that immediately stands out is how this situation mirrors global trends. Countries are increasingly using trade as a tool for leverage, and Canada is caught in the middle. From my perspective, the real issue isn't the tariffs themselves, it's the power dynamics at play. Trump's demands aren't just about economics, they are about asserting dominance. And Poilievre's letter is a direct challenge to that. A detail I find fascinating is how the Conservative Party is framing this as a moral issue. They are not just talking about tariffs, they are talking about leadership. What this really suggests is that trade policy has become a proxy for political battles. The next few weeks will be critical. If the government caves, it could set a dangerous precedent. If they hold firm, they might risk economic fallout. Either way, this is a moment that will define Canada's approach to international trade for years to come. So, what do you think? Should Canada prioritize standing its ground, or is it time to negotiate on terms that protect both farmers and consumers? Let me know in the comments.